Nobody else. So they quiet as hell right here. Okay, so we got child on the bottom as your theme this week. And we got engineer that came out, okay? So Aries, because you got so much, your cards have so much to say, and I don't even have enough room for everybody. Like, I got, how many I got over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there go you, Aries, right there. So let me see what is going on here, Aries. This is a little... All right, Aries, let's talk about your pre-shuffle, baby. Before I get to all of this right here on the table. So Aries, in your pre-shuffle, some of you all are possibly starting down a new path with the wrong person. Okay, baby? Simply put, emphasis on earth signs, on all earth signs, but Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Okay. But all earth signs. If this is like an old person that you've been dealing with, have been dealing with, I feel like one of you all like you want to let this go, but the other person is like refusing to let go. I got strong Leo placements on that. I also got any air sign, any water sign. But it was a big emphasis on fire and earth for some of you. Okay. If it is a water sign, Aries, this person could probably have some bad habits that's like keeping you or like the household broke as hell. I feel like someone here like you know, they are very controlling, or they always want to control things. And I feel like someone is like possibly stuck in a marriage here or some type of contract here that, you know, they can't get out of because the other person is uncooperative and corrupt, might I add. But you know, Aries, what I could also see for you or somebody else here is that in order for you to come out of this situation, someone here is going to have to become extremely manipulative, okay? Someone's going to have to become extremely manipulative. As soon as I said that, I looked at this engineer card for the thing. You're going to have to become extremely manipulative. Let me look at this. Yeah, somebody here care too much about, you know, the wrong shit, like somebody else's emotions and somebody else's feelings. But sometimes you have to disregard that, especially when you are in a situation where you have an uncooperative party. And this engineer here is saying to me, it's furthering, it's coinciding is what I'm trying to say. That's the word I'm looking for, with the fact that in order to get out of this shit, you're going to have to become very manipulative. You're going to have to engineer some shit, okay? Engineer some situations. That's what I'm trying to say to you, okay, baby? This person is abusive. They may abuse drugs, alcohol, people, situations. Again, corrupt, okay? In some sort of a way. I'm looking at the child here, the nature child, okay? So just that fast, just me going off of the pre-shuffle, they have Spirit have taken me to these two already, okay? Between engineering, this childish like person, you know, they're like a child. You possibly have to look behind them like a child, look after them like a child, because they may be childish and, like I said, just have these bad habits that just keep the household in array. This could possibly be your real child, okay? An actual child. And for lack of a better word, they fuck shit up. If this is a partner, like I said, they probably got bad habits that keep you broke, keep the household broke, or what have you. But the most important piece of information here, Aries, for you or someone else, is that in order for you to come out of this, you are going to have to engineer some stuff, okay? You are going to have to become extremely manipulative. Sometimes situations call for that. You need to turn on your high priestess lenses, okay? Turn on your high priestess lenses right here, okay? And cut the bull crap. You or somebody else. Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and any fire sign. Did I say Sagittarius? Yes, I did. They're coming up here on the table. Gemini is coming up on the table. Taurus is coming up on the table. Virgo is coming up on the table. I already said Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay. Capricorn ass is back on the table. So yeah, I just feel like from the pre-shuffle, Aries, like for some of you, if it felt like from the pre-shuffle that like maybe like you keep finding new ways to like win out this situation or to defeat this situation, but you always like come to like a dead end or something. I also feel like for others of you, and here it go on the table, they're Virgo. I also feel like for others of you, hermit mode, it ain't helping you solve a damn thing, Aries. Come out of that. Come out of that and put on your high priestess lenses. Okay? Okay. We got, and money may be an issue. Now we're talking about what's on the table. I can see right here that we're starting over or coming out of this situation. We got Gemini and Capricorn here on the table. Money may be of concern. Like maybe you didn't sign no prenup or something. For those of you who are married, But what I'm basically seeing here, Aries, up here is that in starting over, there could be some concerns with some money. Some of you all are, like I said, I can see from the pre-shuffle, you are starting over with not starting over, but you are starting new right here with someone who carries this King of Autumn energy right here. You starting on a new path for some of you. With someone who carries that King of Autumn energy, and some of you all, this is a business deal. They just said. Some of you all, this is a relationship. But some of y'all are dealing with, especially if this is a fire sign, emphasis on Sagittarius, this is going to be a bad business plan. It's going to be a bad business plan, okay? It's going to be a bad business plan. Someone is not going to work on this. They led me right here to this 8 of Autumn for whatever reason. I just glanced over it. Someone is not going to work on this situation, especially if this is business, the way that you think that they are. Okay, and you're going to have to end up cutting this person loose and looking elsewhere for a situation. They are taking me to business now. You have to end up looking elsewhere for other options here because something is not going to work, okay? Maybe some of you all are trying to get a loan for something, thinking about going back to school for something or something like that. But something is out of whack, or is going to be out of whack with that. Like, something is just not right about it, okay? I feel like some of you guys need to hold on. Like, you need to wait. You need to wait before you run off in this new direction to make some things happen in order to better your financial situation here, Aries. Some of y'all just need to hold on for just a minute. Just hold on, okay? Hold on. If this is work related. If this is work related, wait. Because there may be something better. There may be a better option that you're not seeing right now. But somebody right now is trying to talk you into something that's not good. Some of y'all just hold on. And for those of you starting a new relationship, take your time with that too, and hold on with that too, because I feel like you're gonna see something. You're gonna see something here that you don't see right now, right off the bat. Like, you need to hold on, okay? Just hold on. You know, you are trying to move in a new direction, be in this love relationship, whether the relationship is old, whether the relationship is new, whether this is a new path for monetary gain as far as going to school, a new job, or what have you, whatever all of these options here that you are considering. Basically, is everybody trying to move away from the past. Be this a new relationship, old relationship, business, monetary, moving away, going to the new. But if it's a new anything that's new, wait. If this is old and you've been trying to work your way out of this, again, you need to put your high priestess lens on. And like I said, I kept feeling like in a pre-show, it's time to become extremely manipulative. Sometimes you have to do that to get out of a manipulative situation with a manipulative ass person. Period. There goes some of y'all Leo right there. I talked about from the pre-shuffle. Okay, Leo back, right? This right here, for some of you all, man, it's like, yeah, you setting off in a new path or whatever, but I feel like wait. I feel like you need to wait, because what look good is not all that damn good. What look good is probably not all of that damn good, but you probably cannot see it right now, Aries, especially if it is new. Okay, just hold on. Just hold on. If it's old, don't hold on a damn thing. Okay? No. Stop. Come out of hermit mode, because it's not helping you with anything, okay? It's not helping you with anything. Actually, it's making you more burdened. Actually, it's putting more on your damn plate than you want to deal with, because you think ignoring it or shutting down on it is going to help it, and it's not. It's actually making things that much more harder to bear and to carry here, Aries, baby, for you or somebody else. Period. It's not helping you. You're not doing yourself any favors. In fact, stop that, girl. Sorry about that. I hear my daughter in the other room messing with that fan. In fact, Aries, man, it's making everything harder around the table. It's making everything harder around the table, especially if this person, like I said, I picked up from a pre-shuffle, they got bad habits, bad monetary habits, you know, some type of bad habits. They keep like the coins in bad balance or something here, keeping these damn coins here in a damn badass balance here. You're going to need to... Don't hold off on anything old. It's the new that you need to hold off on, Aries, if that makes sense. Anything old, that's what you need to be moving on if you want to shift out. Anything new, Wait. Now, okay, right now it's the time to ship out the old and to hold off on the new. There we go. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Make it make sense, baby. Some of you all, again, you having financial problems. Because now what I'm doing is I'm going back here. Remember I showed you that this was on the bottom right here in camera, and how situations are just, you're unhappy. You're unhappy because we got money problems right here. The person who's causing these money problems, their old situation or this current situation, that's what you need to be moving on. But when it comes to managing your resources right here and getting things right and moving in a new direction, just hold on for just a minute, because there may be other options available to you. I can see right here. So wait on that. Okay, so that's where I'm speaking from. Okay, that's where I'm speaking from. So, yeah, some of y'all ready to move away from this. You ready to move away from it. Okay, you can't come together. There go the heartbreak on the, okay, all right. So I ain't got to go back there no more. They just spoke for itself. It's about to send us around in circles. So Aries, we had a couple of different things going on here. I think I did my best to explain the different situations. Some of y'all, you actually dealing with a child that's bringing you down. Some of y'all, you're taking care of a grown person like a child because they are just immature as hell. This old situation, that's what you need to be working on. Hold on on the new. And I feel like Spirit is saying that because we do have this Mercury retrograde right now. So it totally makes sense why they are saying hold off on the new and engineer this damn old out the way. Don't engineer the new yet. Get rid of this old first. Make way, like you need to make room for the new first. Hold off on the new, handle the old. All right, Aries, I hope that made sense, baby. And I will chit chat with you guys later. Bye.